looks like we started off at the beginning. We got attack first on Villa, and it looks like you guys did pretty well for attacking on Villa. You won the round, which shouldn't happen when you're attacking on Villa. You should always win your defenses on Villa. So let's see how this all plays out. I haven't seen this at all. I think I've seen like maybe a grand total of 1 minute total. Ugh.
Yeah.
And you're on attack, which means you banned Monty and Echo, looks like, which, yeah, I guess. It shouldn't be horrible to deal with Monty. I can see Echo on this map. He's very strong in this map. But if you have a dedicated IQ player, I wouldn't ban Echo, because most of the time enemy teams won't run Echo, or run IQ, I should say. Here, they won't run the IQ, so you just get a free pick with Echo. Me and my squad will do that a lot. We have Matt on our team who plays Echo a lot, and I'll play him every now and then too. But if we have him on our team, we don't ban Echo because we know he's gonna play it. And then he knows how to protect his drones from IQ, and we also have 2 IQ players on our team, so if they have an Echo, we can deal with it. So just think about that more, especially on maps where he's strong on, like Villa, because if you bring an IQ, you don't have to worry about it.
They're not playing like crackheads, but they're just kind of playing dumb. Like they had a smoke in master. Like what?
Alright, so you're saying they're playing dumb. They were statuary trophy, which if I go back here, statuary trophy, that's right here in this site. So you have statuary wall right there, and then trophy is just basically all of this, and then Astro's right in here. He said he was playing in master. That's not a horrible idea to do as a smoke, because you can just delay them. You can cut off the angles with your smoke grenades, and you can stop them from peeking you from certain angles and use that to escape. It can be as a delay tactic, but I mean, if he wasn't playing it right, then I can see why that can be seen as bad.
Yeah,
but
dude, these guys, they're not playing like crackheads, but they're just kind of playing dumb. Like they had a smoke in master. Like what? Come on, CJ. Well, do your job, CJ.
So let's see if you guys pick up on this. If they are playing like crackheads, I think is the word that you used. A good way to deal with that would be to replace the buck with a IQ, or not an IQ, nomad. Either that or replacing a Hibana or the Thermite, because it's not a bad idea. It's great that you guys are actually running double hard breacher when you have it available to you. But you don't really need it. And I do know this, but you do not have a Claymore. That can save your ass if they're playing like crackheads and they're doing really unpredictable stuff, and so can Nomad as well, or even Gridlock. Gridlock and Nomad do almost the same thing, just slightly different.
I know. Wait, are you talking about the thing I did in the halls?
Alright, so we know they have one of the Gigan boys. Yeah, it's a fatty, so it's definitely one of them. So we should save our drone. There's a drone hole right behind you there. Oh, and we missed that. So just wasted one of our drones. There. Let's go back. You said something.
Oh, fuck. They have a dog. Probably gonna be sitting. They have a pulse below again.
Okay, so you're already noticing patterns. You said that they have a dog, so we know they have a dog. He's probably going to be playing 90 is what you said. But he was on main stairs. He's setting up for main stairs. So here, if I can actually back up here.
Probably going to be sitting.
He was setting up. He put barbed wire at the top here, not over in the hallway. So he's probably going to be playing main stairs. Is more than likely where he's going to be playing. Not for sure. I can't say that for sure. He could end up going over to 90 or not. That is whatever he wants to do. You said that they have a pulse playing downstairs again, but you have an IQ. That should be easy money to deal with. Drone him out, figure out where he is, have your IQ support you guys by knowing exactly if he's using his heartbeat scanner or not, and then you can close in on him. His gun is really, really crappy, so it's should be really easy for you guys to kill him.
They have a pulse below again. Jack, let's see your drone. Give me the pulse. Wait, stop using your drone. Wait,
And he
yeah.
lost his drone, which kind of sucks. You said Jack go deal with the pulse, and I think, yeah, that's the IQ player. But you can't have IQ deal with him alone. You should never. This is why people are hard to deal with Cav, because you think, oh, if you have one person dealing with a roamer, that's fine. If you deal with Cav the same way you deal with every other roamer in the game, it's easy as money. And if you vice versa, if you deal with every other roamer in the game the way you deal with Cav, no one will survive. And having just one person deal with that is very questionable. And you have a buck, so he should already be helping because Villa, like, I want to say like 90% of this floor on the second floor is destructible. Even inside a vault in the between the two sites of Aviator and Games, that's destructible. So there's no safe place for these guys to hide except for on top of furniture. So like the billiards table or the diorama or the bar, I think you can get on top of. But there also is a legend vault that you can get on top of. So there's not really any safe places for these guys to hide. So having a buck that's blocking it from below really will help you out a lot. Good job getting default cams. Looking for the run out. That's good. I probably, if I go back though, if we look, you would have been dead. I've done this run out since it was released on the TTS the first day since Villa was released on the TTS the first day. I want to say that I invented this, but I have no idea if I actually did or not. All I know is I did this in custom games with my friends the first day that it was out, and then did it subsequently in casual and ranked on the TTS the following days. You would have been dead. You're just dead. I don't know what else to say. Unless you can flick up to them and perfectly headshot them the first try, you're dead. But it is good that you're still looking for it. At that angle, if someone was actually peeking up there, they wouldn't go all the way to the edge there, like what you were looking at. Because for them to get the angle right here, they have to be almost at the ledge here. They're not going to risk that looking all the way, almost vertically down, because when they're all the way out here like this, they're already exposed to everything behind you. So they're not going to risk every single angle around this area just so that they could possibly kill someone behind red car. So I would say the position that you have right here is relatively safe. And because of this run out, the nature of it, even a 3-speed, you will be spotted before you actually are able to fire at this angle. The angle that you would have died at back here, you would have not seen them before. It wouldn't have been notified to you that they were there before you died. But for this angle, you would have been notified. We're looking for the other spawn peaks. And where did we die from? It was.
What is this pulse doing?
He saw us through the little hole. Where was that? Yep, you saw him. I could see that. I didn't say anything because I thought you were going to actually shoot it and then you looked away. Yeah. Because you're looking for other spawn peaks and then you just kind of looked away. There he is. You can see that it's broken right here. I couldn't tell you if that was the head or not. But we can definitely see that this is broken. This is another thing I hate about Villa is these panels, the glass panels, are really hard to see through as an attacker and as a defender as well if you break it. But it's very hard to see if a window is broken or not because of these. But it's pretty clear. Your reticle, where you're looking is essentially right where the window is, and then you just looked away. Being better about that.
Where I even looked at the window.
But
What
you
is
didn't see
this
him.
pulse doing?
And you say, what is this pulse doing? Well, he's getting a cheap shot on you. This is one thing that it took me a long time to understand too, but you have to understand this. If someone kills you, That's not because they're doing something stupid or unbeknownst to you and that they're bad. It's because you aren't good. It is up to you to basically punish this. He should be dead. Like, he just should. You should have killed him 100%, but you didn't. So it's really on you. He was in a bad position. He was doing something stupid, so he should have been dead. But you didn't kill him. So the worst player here is you. He was doing something stupid, but he got away with it because you didn't do anything about it.
He didn't break the glass and he peeked me through a bullet hole.
No, he didn't actually peek you through a bullet hole. The way that Siege works, for whatever reason on glass panels, these bullet holes will actually be here at like in the kill cam, even though they don't actually show up in the thing. It'll actually be on there for. I'm trying to explain this. It won't be there until it actually breaks for them, but for you on the kill cam, it will be there. I don't know why it is. It took me a long time to realize that because I thought that I was just getting killed by cheaters that were looking at me when it was literally impossible to see me. But no, that's just Siege.
He didn't break the glass and he peeked me through a bullet hole.
I can tell you're a little annoyed by that.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Jet. He wasn't there, man. Yeah, he was.
Alright, but you say he wasn't there, but he could literally be right in front of him in the hallway. And telling him that he wasn't there, could have killed him. I'm not saying that it's like a horrible call out, but it's been like 15 seconds since you died. He could be anywhere on the bottom floor at this point.
Sitting on a fucking window. Where is he?
What you should have done is you should have said where he killed you from. Telling people where you died from can give an idea of where he's going to rotate through. If he killed you at that window, which is piano window, first floor, piano hallway window, rather, then you can get an idea of where he might go. He might just say, screw it, I'm not going to roam anymore as Pulse, and he goes upstairs. But if his teammate calls out that the IQ is dead because of Tachanka, then he might stay downstairs and abuse that more because there's no one to challenge him now.
Because he's fucking ass, that's why.
No. You were ass, not him. He was doing something stupid, but you also didn't do anything to stop it. My favorite thing to say is that one person doing something stupid is worthless unless he gets away with it, but 5 people doing something stupid is a strategy. If you all do something stupid together, it's better than no one coordinating together at all. And that was just you walking up and you were being stupid by not fully checking the angle.
Oh my god, dude. You can cover the sides, bro. You can still walk through that. These guys aren't even playing like crack.
Yeah, and then, as I said, he killed him. He killed you. Sorry, over there, and he just went up main stairs. He cut his losses and he went upstairs. Like, I got a pick. I'm taking that and going home. And then he killed the Hibana upstairs. And then what did you say here?
These guys aren't even playing like crack. They're playing dumb.
You said they're playing dumb, so it should be easy. That should be the easiest game of your guys' life then. If they're playing dumb, make them play your game. If you allow them to play their game and play stupid stuff, they're gonna win. Like, this Pulse is gonna beat you every single time if you let him do his thing. If you guys start punishing them and start making them play your game, you all of a sudden have the upper hand and you all of a sudden are now winning because you're playing it on your rules and your rules alone. Punish them and stop them from doing this stuff and getting away with this stuff.
Oh shit. Get the fuser, get the fuser.
Ooh. He didn't do too bad for being surrounded like that, but yeah.
What? Man, you just got gangbanged.
Yeah, another thing to understand is, since I assume you are on North American servers, everyone's gonna do exactly that. What you just saw, they're always gonna rush you and try and kill you. So use that to your advantage. If you're ever in a 1vx scenario, anything that's a 3 or more, they're probably gonna start rushing you and trying to kill you. So just wait for them for like 2 seconds. Like that's the one time where being an attacker, you don't have to engage in the fight because the fight will come to you. That's the one of the few times. Unless you're going up against a team that's really disciplined and they just don't peek you.
Oh my god. They all... Yo, we have to drone carefully. These kids are actually playing so dumb. Like, they're not even playing crack kids. They're just playing dumb.
See, at that point, the what they're doing is they're almost dry peeking is what I would say, which is peeking without any info. They're just peeking you. They have no idea where you are. They're just peeking. Like that pulse, he ran down the stairs and he shot around and he had no idea where the buck was. They had no information on it. They're just peeking without information. If you drone them well, that's good, but then you also have to have the reaction time to stop it, or even having a gridlock or a or a nomad. Those will legitimately make your lives so much easier because gridlock will slow them down when they're trying to peek, and you'll be able to see where they're trying to shoot them out at. Or a nomad charge will just straight up incapacitate them for a solid second and a half, and that's a free kill right there.
I
Make
should
them
not have died.
play
I should
your
literally shot
game.
him in the head. I even peeked that window. Yeah, I actually threw. I actually threw last round. Your parents are always late, bro. My dad's always like an hour early to things. Like to movies and stuff. Like only the Indian movies is always like fucking hour early. Yeah. They're always at like 10 p.m. at night too. In like fucking Rhode Island. That's why I don't go anymore. Yeah, it's like normal. It's like a big corporation movie, right? I don't know. My mom does. She plays it all the time.
Yeah, we're saving our drone. That's good. That's one thing that you said. You said that you need to drone them out better, and you're now the only one with your drone in spawn. So
My
you're
mom doesn't subscribe. My
getting
mom
ready for that.
literally won't even
You're
subscribe to
drone getting ready to have twice as many drones as your teammates,
yeah,
possibly.
she literally said that. Cat cams?
At least we're looking up at the angle this time, which is good. And we get down.
Why did you guys all spawn over there? What? Oh, it's freaking short. Right, pick him up. Why you guys spawned over there? Alright, go get food.
I would recommend as well for this. I would stay repelled, like go over to the right, stay right there, and throw your drone over. If they're playing as aggressively as they are right now, they might be peeking the bathroom window, and they might have been peeking the the closet window. I almost want to say classroom. Closet window. So throwing your drone over, don't let them get the angle. That way they have to jump out at you, and you'll hear that on your drone as it's falling back down. You'll hear them breaking the window and starting to run out, and you can get ready for that and kill them. If it happens.
Pick him up. Why you guys spawned over there?
See, now you're just a sitting duck waiting to get shot.
Wait, where are they? Who the fucking fuck? Yeah, where's the objective? They're not statues.
So if they're not statues, they can either be a living library or kitchen dining.
They're not statues. Think of below. Oh, one's mud. Jaeger's mud. I'm baiting him into living.
Alright, I can see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get someone to you're trying to get Jaeger to follow your drone and go in here and to kill him. You're saying that you're baiting him, but I don't think he's gonna take that bait.
Hold up. Let me check your
This late in the round, you're already a minute in. If I was Jaeger, I wouldn't have done that. Are you kidding me? You could be all over the building, and if they don't have any roamers, which they obviously do because Twitch was downed all the way over by probably Study Peak or the Art Studio Peak. So they definitely have rumors, but Jaeger doesn't know where you guys are, so he's probably not going to peek it. He might because they're all aggressive. And we left Diffuser all the way back at spawn.
The immediate hallway is clear. No one's top, bottom stairs.
Top, bottom stairs. I feel like you guys have that understanding, but okay. Also, this hallway, you have clock hallway, and then you have jungle hallways over here because of all the vines on the side here. Just to better differentiate which hallway is which and where everything is. This, because this goes down and then it takes a right turn and then it goes back over. Me and my team just call that piano hallway right here then, and then you have main hall right here. And then you go up, you have 90 hallway, which is just 90 hallway with games, and then 90 hallway that's just actual 90 hallway. Like this is the actual hallway, and this is just games hallway. So better differentiation between the callouts would be better. It's good that you're trying to, for that, it was good that you're trying to watch the angle for your teammates to see if he was going to get peeked, but I would have put it farther up on the stairs. I would have put it all the way in the corner here. You might, I can't remember if you can actually get on this ledge or not with your drone. Put it in a cheeky spot so that you can watch the stairs and you can watch this hallway right here, the opening. That way you give your teammate a lot more leeway as to when someone might peek him.
I'm not droning you in anymore, but
it's a good thing that you told him that you're not droning him anymore.
Alright, nice shot.
Very nice shot,
we
indeed.
don't have a lot of time. We have to make it quick, like now.
You could have jumped on the vents and vaulted up, make it quicker.
Okay,
and this is just,
I'm coming. Alright, I got the...
I don't know which teammate left that all the way over there, but they need to not do that. And what did you say there?
Like downstairs, like basement downstairs? Oh, alright, watch my drone. I think it was watching that.
Alright, it sounds like someone died from the drone that you had, or near the drone that you had. And everyone's just dropping like flies.
Alright, 30 seconds. Wait.
See, this is... I think the only one that's been droning this entire time is you and this Twitch. I can't hear what she's saying, but I can hear what you're doing, and I can tell that your droning isn't good enough. We know where the site is, but this border of where the actual site is, we have no information. We have no idea where they are. We didn't take our drone into site to figure out if anyone is in there. We didn't take our drone upstairs into astronomy, and look who was in upstairs. We didn't take it up there to see if anyone was up there. We didn't take it downstairs to see if anyone was there. It's good only to do a fast drone if it's you that you are droning in and you're going to be able to reposition and get yourself, like, if you're droning downstairs, you could sit right here. You can shoot out the cam that's above you, but you can sit right here and then you can start droning farther down. But doing a quick drone like that when you have no idea where anyone is isn't very effective, and especially isn't effective when you have 30 seconds left and you have no idea where anyone is on site. Like, I don't even know where anyone is. All we know is that Jaeger was all the way over by gallery, which then he probably went up main stairs or he went down the stairs. It sounded like you were saying bottom floor, but I don't know if the confirmation was that he was on these stairs or if he was on the astronomy stairs. I don't know which one. But either way, we know that he repositioned and he moved out of sight really fast. And we had no idea where he went.
Wait. On the door,
please. Yeah. Good. Twitch got him.
Oh. Alright. Come on. Wait and get ready to trade. Oh, he's... Immediate left. He blends in.
Okay. The good thing that you said where he was, like, you didn't say anything else. You just said immediate left. You didn't care about, like, how much health he had, if you shot him or not. That was great on your part to give him just a straight call out. But we, again, everything leading up up to this round, you kind of just your entire team just threw it because you didn't have any information. It wasn't specifically your fault, but you could have done a lot more to help with that round. People died for no reason. It honestly seemed like I think it was a thermite that walked in and just like killed people.
Oh, like downstairs, like basement downstairs.
So there's IQ.
Oh, alright.
And
Watch
she
my
was
door.
watching studied door. We have thermite over on pantry stairs. Twitch is over by mains red stairs, I should say, and Buck is upstairs
I think I was
bathroom,
watching that.
and he's dead upstairs bathroom. So yeah, he was probably down in the stairs. Then is what I would say from what happened would correspond because he ran up the stairs, he killed her, and then he went up to astronomy stairs and he killed Buck. And he's still sitting over in pantry stairs. No information. He shoots, he kills one, and he gets immediately traded off. I have no idea what he made for a call out as to where Capcan was in sight. You also, I should mention this as well. When we went to go and see the Jaeger and we said that we were going to bait him, we saw that there's a Capcan trap on the door, but we never said that they had a Capcan. Letting him know, our teammates know that there is actually a Capcan, unless one of your teammates said that part before that, then I don't know. But this was just...
Alright, 30 seconds. Wait.
Everything matched with... You didn't drone effectively. You had less than a minute when you grabbed diffuser. It just all stacked up against you guys, and then inevitably led to this.
Oh. Alright, come on. Wayne, get ready to trade. Oh, he's immediate left. He blends in.
And at that point, saying get it ready to immediately trade me, there's two people alive still on their team. It's 2v2. So even if he did kill the Capcan, it probably wouldn't have made the difference because as soon as in this scenario you lose, if you have perfect trades, you lose because you go in, you don't kill the Capcan, you're assuming that you're going to die, which is good and bad in and of itself because you know you don't have the information, so you're rightfully assuming that you're probably going to die as soon as you walk in. So you have Capcan that's sitting there, he kills you, you say where he is, your teammate kills him, and now he says where your teammate is, and his teammate kills him. So in this trade-off, you lose, which isn't the best idea.
Dude, he blended in, bro. Like, what was that? Yeah.
As I feel that pain so much because I'm slightly colorblind, so all the elite skins on this map, it's hell. And we're gonna go Aviator Games. And we have Maestro available to us, so we should use him. He's pretty good on this site.
Legion. Do we need anybody? Get shield.
A bandit wouldn't be bad unless you plan on...
Oh, I have barbed on smoke? Oh my god.
Barb on smoke is good. Because what does smoke gadget do? It's a cloud of smoke that stops someone from breathing and they take 15 damage per second. Or per tick is actually what it is. So it's slightly more than per second. But you can't survive an entire smoke canister. It lasts for 10 seconds. Yeah. And you can't stand in it. Like, you cannot stand in it for 10 seconds. It's literally impossible. I think you can make it 5 seconds, and then that's the breaking point for dying in it. So if you smoke off someone while they're trying to plant now with a 7-second plant timer, then they're going to die. Like, they just can't get through it. If you get it right as they're planting, they're not going to get through it. But if you put all of a sudden, if you're trying to stop someone from pushing, you all of a sudden put barbed wire down, this 10 seconds becomes way more deadly, and this 15 damage becomes way more deadly because they can't walk through it nearly as fast as they could before. So having barbed wire on smoke is actually the more optimal way. I think, yeah, he has a shield now as a secondary. That can be, I would use that for other operators because as we can see, Maestro gets one, and I think Valkyrie gets one still. I know these two fuckwads don't get it anymore, but I'm pretty sure he gets it, or she gets it, and no, Maestro does not get it. Never mind. He gets impacts now. So I think the only one that you get is Valkyrie, but she has C4. So probably not the best idea to do it. If you wanted to have a shield, I would recommend just having them bring someone else. But you should have barbed wire as smoke.
God, I'm actually throwing right now.
No. You throw the barbed wire down right,
Anyone
you
who
won't
wants
be
to
throwing.
90? Matt, you want to 90?
That cringed me out. Don't reinforce next to your teammates. Let them reinforce the walls next to each other. Villa, this site specifically, is one of those sites that you don't need to have everything reinforced on. You need this wall, and then you need, what the heck? Why is this like this? Oh, there we go. You need this wall, and then you need the corresponding game room wall that looks in the study reinforced. If you let Valk reinforce it, then it's all done because it looks like she's going over to reinforce that other wall, the game room wall, but she only has one reinforcement now. So you may have to yell at Jaeger or Legion or Maestro, hey, come and put your shit up, you know? But you could have avoided that if you went and reinforced another wall. You can survive with just having literally these two walls and vault reinforced. You don't even have to have vault reinforced if you don't want to. I highly recommend it though. It's way better to have it reinforced. But you do not have to have like much of anything else reinforced. You can survive without it. It's more difficult, obviously, but you don't need it. Yep, see, Valk's reinforcing that sidewall. We didn't shoot the drone.
I don't know where the good mine is.
It looks like you're trying to... That's a beam. You're not going to be able to shoot through that. Looks like you're just trying to let your Jaeger play downstairs. That's not a bad idea, but right below that door is the window for art storage, so it's very hard to hold that. And we haven't used our barbed wire yet at all.
I'm going to make the holes for impact.
Alright, so you guys are going to impact trick. Okay.
Alright, I really hope I don't fall. Where? What are you zapping, Win?
Good that you're trying to figure out what to zap. I would have probably put this barbed wire farther back. Just because then, for right here, if they're hiding behind this wall, they can still destroy the barbed wire without being uncomfortable. As smoke, I would have probably put the barbed wire farther back here, and then maybe on main stairs as well to help the Jaeger. Because if he starts playing main stairs, he's going to want to have that extra notification that someone's waiting to kill him.
What am I getting soft? Oh, this is soft?
Yep.
Why is this soft?
See? Because you didn't... you reinforced next to Valkyrie. She used her other one on that site, and then your other teammates just assumed that everything was fine.
Oh my god.
The one that should do it ideally, the ones that should be reinforcing are the Jaeger. Alright, here, I'll do it up here. Let me delete that. The Maestro, the Jaeger, and you. Ideally, because you guys have the most to set up. You can let the Legion run away and put an early goo mine down on like the opposite side of the map so you guys know if they're coming from master side. And then Valk has her cameras to set up, obviously. I don't know why she's sitting in study. That's a suicide move right there. Because if they get on the window and they're on the door, which they already are, she's stopped. Like, she just can't get out. If she does, she dies, unless they have really shitty reaction time. So, not great for her to be in there, but you also didn't allow her to have enough time to set up by making her reinforce. The people who have setups need to set up, and people who don't have anything to do should move around and do other things around. Like a Rook can go and get hatches, or a Legion can because he can run away. Cav can as well. But that's pretty much that. And you need to, like, if you guys are playing consistently in 5-sec and you want to get better at the game, just go into custom games custom games and just give each other a job. Like, on my team, I reinforce the same freaking walls every single time. I reinforce the aviator room doors on this site and maybe the vault door. Maybe. not the door, but the wall, because everyone just reinforces what they need to, because we just know which ones to do. So have, I don't know who this one is. I think this is CJ is who it was. Either that or it's the seasoned food. I can't remember who it was. But have everyone just reinforce what they have an assigned wall for them to reinforce. That way they just do it every time.
You repelled on balcony or on balcony? Someone is repelled?
Excuse me. And Jaeger died down below. Because I'm assuming, yep, he was peeking the art window. Either that or he's looking up above and they just killed him. And now they're downstairs. So this is what I meant by the barbed wire. If you put the barbed wire like towards the bottom of the stairs here and you back your butt up all the way to the wall here, they won't be able to see you through this angle, and they won't be able to see you until they start hitting the barbed wire. They're either going to melee it, which tells you they're there and you can kill them while they're trying to do something, or they're going to start walking through it, and since they're going so slow, you know exactly where they are and you can kill them. So this is where that barbed wire comes in handy. And then if you wanted to have the shield, you can have a shield placed up here and you can be able to peek into study without having to risk your head for it. And that's where a teammate would be in handy, because you should have barbed wire or a legion trap or something here so you get notified if someone pushes you.
One's below, I think. Right? Is he repelled? Is he repelled? Is he repelled?
I've asked like 3 or 4 times if the man is repelled. 5.
Shush, shut up. What? Nice.
Yeah.
Where's the last one? On balcony?
Yeah, the last one's definitely on balcony. He is not repelled because you can hear him running.
I need to get back to site. Where is he? I need to rotate back safely.
I would just run. Yeah.
Yo, CJ, don't peek that. Alright. Both? Alright. Oh, wait. Whatever.
Good job. You recognize that there's 30 seconds left in the round, so you can literally stall out one angle the entire time, or you can use it to stall out a different angle. It just wastes time. Pushing in within the last 10 seconds is worse than pushing in the last 20 seconds, so that helps. But we did know that he was on balcony, so it wasn't that good. Soft was not the play. They just didn't punish you for that. That gets into the idea again. When you die to the post spawn peeking you, you didn't punish him. They didn't punish you for that. If it was my team and we had an Ashe, a Zofia, or a Buck, we would have bucked that open. We would have just ran in and been like, "Oh, hey, what are you gonna do about it?" You know, because you don't have traps sitting at that soft wall. You don't have anything stopping us from going in there. So if someone walks in there, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna say no. At that point, you're just relying on gunplay to win.
Fucked by that camo.
Yeah, what did you say?
God, we actually... Dude, that cap can? Oh my god, we actually got fucked by that camo.
Oh, you're talking about it blending in.
Wait, we have to... Wait, someone else take Jaeger. I don't want Jaeger. Hold on. It's so cold. Yeah. Oh, we don't have a Legion. Yeah, that was actually dumb as hell. It was like it wasn't like he even camouflaged generally. Every part of his body was camo.
Yeah, that's just the default skin for Capcan. All the Spetsnaz operators have that default camo, and Alibi and Maestro to an extent. Alright.
Get my cam first. Oh god.
I'd recommend putting up cams first and then making rotate holes. Just so that you definitely get the ones that you want where you need to. Because if you had done this 5 or 10 seconds late, you could have died from the Windows peak on your side here, over on the side. You could have died to that simply because you're trying to make a rotate hole. Whereas when you're making that rotate hole in the back of sight, you're completely safe. Like, you're completely and utterly safe for the first 10 to 20 seconds of the round. You know for a fact you cannot die from there. Here, putting this up here, you know you can die from it. So prioritize cameras and gadget placement before rotates. And yeah, you're just playing in the bathtub.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm trying to get my cam up.
You can melee that. Ooh, don't do... Okay. Because never place it on an inside window where there's glass. Because if the glass breaks, this breaks. I don't know why I haven't fixed this yet, but it's the dumbest thing ever. So just anytime you're going to place it on here, break the glass and then put it on. Good job putting it there. Good that you guys already know how to do impact tricking. Not many people do that. Like, you have to understand that if you actually do that, that was an barbed wire. I'll let it go. But if you do impact tricking consistently, you'll actually win more often than you'd think.
Where did I just go?
Ooh. Yeah. We heard shots coming from outside because of the echo, and we heard glass breaking, so we should know that Astro window is opened up. Getting that drone is important, but not important enough to die over it.
Yo, they're droning out. They're droning out. They're droning from 90. Where did I just go? I just got baited.
You got baited, and not at the same time. This is the thing where this is a stupid play by them. Well, not really. Holding this window is actually not bad. So actually, this isn't a stupid play. The stupid one was you by just following the drone, and like you said, you got baited, but that wasn't a hard bait, I would say. It was more of just, hey, look at me, come follow me, and you just blindly did it. When you knew that this window was open, if you had broken just one panel of it without shooting it out, I can maybe see it. And if there's no one in there, but we know Doc is sitting like over here by the stairs, so our teammates should have let us know that they're breaking Astro window, and if they did and we didn't listen to them, then that's even worse on our part, because then we should 100% not have died.
He left his drone. Oh, astronomy window. Astronomy.
And now we say it's an astronomy window. Should have realized that way before that.
I have a master cam and an astronomy cam.
The cameras that you set up were pretty good.
I don't see anyone in master. Where's Finka? Astronomy stairs? Astronomy stairs? Alright. I'm watching mine. Someone else goes checks. Astronomy window, astronomy window. Oh, what bathroom? What bathroom?
Yep.
Oh, one's master.
Yeah. I never actually thought about this. I just realized this too. You guys broke up above here, but you don't have anyone to actually impact trick it for you. None of these operators, except for Maestro, can carry impact. So, and you didn't have them, so that was kind of a waste to open those up, unless for whatever reason Valkyrie was gonna waste her C4 on something like that.
That's Finka. She's fragging. Alright, going in the bathroom. Going in the bathroom. Finka in the bathroom. Oh, she's lagging out in front of the bathroom. So, free kill. Lagging out in front of bathroom.
I wouldn't tell them that because there's someone watching in there.
Nice.
Oh, nope. Oh, he killed him. That's why.
In front of bathroom. So, free kill. Lagging out in front of bathroom door.
Yeah. So he was actually in closet over here. So if Doc lost his gunfight there, she would have died. saying free kill, you're so focused on having this free kill that you could have killed your Valkyrie in doing
Alright,
so.
yeah. Lagging on front of bathroom. Nice.
But it's still also good.
Lagging
Here,
on
let me
front of bathroom.
see.
Oh, okay.
One thing that I don't
Bathroom.
like is that if I go back the entire time,
Keep left, please.
the entire time we were on cams,
Alright.
we not
Bathroom,
once cycled through Valkyrie's
Free
cams.
kill.
We could have information that we don't know about, but we just didn't use it. Cycle through more cams than just what your cam is. Alright, and you guys look like you're going living library. I would recommend going kitchen dining over here, just because it's way more defensible. If you look at, oh my gosh, living and library, you have two walls over here. You have this long wall on the side. You have mudroom that they can come in. They have the door that they can come in. They can chuck nades from below. They also can do vertical play throughout this entire area. The entire area that you see here has a destructible ceiling above it. So there's nowhere to hide in this site. Realistically, there is nowhere to hide. Then they can break this wall here. They can come through this door from main lobby. They can come through bathroom, and they're relatively safe shooting in bathroom. You have to run out on the side to kill them, and if they're far enough back, you have to do a hard run out because you have to go through the pillars here and then kill them, and you'll be detected by the time you get to the pillars. And they'll probably hear you because it's close enough too. It's just not super ideal comparatively. If we go over here, the only places that are destructible are like, I think it's pretty much the entire site again. But if we look at where the actual site is comparatively, it's not that much bigger. Look at how much bigger that is compared to over here. It took up almost, like, I would say, a quarter of the actual basement. This takes up maybe a fifth, I would say. It's not that much more. And over in this area here, you can't get shot at from above. Ideally, you still can get an angle on the side here. It's going to be a tight angle, but you can still get the angle. And right about here, I believe, is where bathroom is. Bathroom shower, and then bathroom tub is sitting right above here. So you can have very safe positions in this site without risking too much on your part. And also, I should also state that right about here is the ending of closet. There's a hard floor on closet that goes about right here, and it just negates having to worry about vertical play while you're up in here or in this area. So not only do you have to worry about vertical play a lot less, but the only places that they can come in is this wall here. They can come in through this wall. No. Yeah, yes, but you can also. It's another room. It's another room for the site. This is like a soft room. If you sat in here, a really really soft room. This entire wall is hard. You have this entire wall. It's hard. Uh, they can come through pantry, but it's a dead end because you can reinforce the wall right here, and then you have just these two walls over here. Which this is a hard wall on this side, and this is a soft wall that's really easy to bandit trick or to stop them, and they have to come through mudroom, which if you have someone up in master and they break the hatch, then that's harder for them to get through. You have a hatch over in bathroom too on this side for this site, but you can't really see a whole lot with it. Whereas the master one, you can see the entire room if you go into it. Since this one's like, actually, this one should be, I go over here, should actually be in the far corner, so you can only really look into the window and that's it. Whereas this one, you can actually look at the door, you can look at the corner. There's nowhere to hide in this one. So just right off the bat, this one is so much better. Kitchen dining, I would recommend you guys learn how to defend that because it is so much easier. Living library can work, but it is so much more chaotic. You have so much more to worry about that it's so much more chaotic, and it's people just don't know how to attack it sometimes, which because no one goes there too often. So that's why it can be better to defend there. But once you get against teams that know how to use destructibility, especially vertical play, then you're entirely screwed.
Yeah.
But I will say at least everyone's agreeing on the same site.
It's so cold, like my body's shaking. I like can't hold angles.
If this is like nitpicky of me, but if you were to prone and like go prone and shoot the hatch at an angle, you can actually destroy pretty much all the studs and destroy, especially with the new destruction with shotguns. This is included with it. You can actually destroy the hatch in one shot. That way you don't waste 5 bullets to destroy it. Nitpicky, but you can still do that. So. And shooting it at an angle works for guns like the Boss G and the TCS-G. Both of them are like they aren't modeled like Glaz's rifle as much anymore, to where it's just 3 shots and the hatch is open. You actually have to shoot it at an angle like that. But if you shoot it at an angle, you can get it in 1 shot easily. Not a bad camera. I'm gonna reinforce that. I would advise against that. I would reinforce the wall next to this one, and then open this up, this wall right here. Open that up, because then they aren't safe in bathroom. That's essentially what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to make it so that they can't get in bathroom, and if they do, they aren't safe being in there. Because if they can get in there and they're safe, if no one blew open the hatch, they can just sit in there, wait for you to push them, and that's that. Make it as uncomfortable as possibly can for them. You open up that wall. The reason, and again, the reason why I would say open this wall and then reinforce this one is because of the angle behind you. The doorway, if you're standing right here, you actually are exposed and you can get shot. Whereas if you're standing right next to this wall, it's a lot, you can't get shot because of the vault door. The bookshelf door actually blocks you.
All we gotta do is from this point. Alright, talk to you, buddy.
And it looks like you guys win this too. I thought you said this was your bad game. Ah, disappointing.
Oh, that was pretty.
We aren't picking up our rook armor. And then
Oh, that was pretty.
we go back here. These 2 walls are not reinforced. This is another reason why this site is bad, is you need to use every reinforcement. This is 1 person. This is 2 people. And then there's 1 there, plus the one that you use back there, so that's 3. And then we have library wall, that's 4. And then you also need vault door, or vault in general, which is another person, so that's 5. So everyone needs to use their reinforcements for them to be effective, essentially. The only reinforcement that you don't need is your 1 on the wall into bathroom. You didn't need that. You put it up there. That's not saying that you're gonna throw the game for that, but all I'm saying is you need 5 people to be able to reinforce this site. And if 1 person doesn't do their job, look at what happens. We get 2 lines of sight free into sight for the enemy.
Alright, you know what, man? Oh, this is Saw? How are you? Well, you should have gone dog. Wait, where?
You said he should have gone Doc. Fun fact, statistically, Rook is better. Doc can be better in some regards. The amount of times that you can shoot someone and revive them from a distance, I will tell you right now, I have 2,500 hours in Siege. I think I have done that as Doc maybe 5 times. 5 or 10 times. Somewhere in there. And Doc is my 2nd or 3rd most played defender. I can't remember if Vigil's still ahead of him or not. But I have a decent amount of time with Doc, and picking people up from a distance, which is the best part about his utility, just doesn't happen. Whereas Rook, you guaranteed will be down from any explosion. You will be down if you aren't shot in the head. That's two things that he gives you for sure. Knock makes it so that you can survive one more encounter for two people. You get one more encounter for, or actually three people, possibly two. If someone's like 1 HP, like literally 1 HP, and he docks them, that 40 health, a lot of the attacker weapons can still kill you. So you might need two. So it can be anywhere from 2 to 3 people can get an extra gunfight. Which typically, how often is it that a doc uses all 3 stim pistols in a round? Not too often. Whereas Rook, he guarantees 5 people will survive one more bullet or one more gunfight. Because they can be down, they can trade, and they can be downed and trade with them, and they can get back up, and they will live through it. The only benefit that Doc really has now is when he picks you up with 75 HP. That is the only benefit at this point that he brings. Rook is so much better. Same gadget and everything. It's just that it isn't an active gadget. It's just a passive one. You guaranteed get benefit from his gadget no matter what happens. Whereas Doc, the only way you get benefit is if he stays alive and he's able to dock you in position. Because what if this bandit is halfway across the map and your Doc is sitting on site? He has to get back to site now. So I'm not saying to always pick Doc over Rook, or I should say Rook over Doc, but Rook is objectively better.
Oh, one's good, I think, over there.
Yep, that was over in Mudroom. Good job.
Down or dead? Nice. That's thermite. All right, sit inside. Everyone sit inside.
Not a bad call. Not the greatest call, I will say, but not a bad call. That's, I would say, just hold. Tell your team to hold. That doesn't force your bandit. I don't think he is off site, but I'm pretty sure Jaeger is. That doesn't force them to come back to site and just turtle, because you can kill people really easily if you all turtle. Especially on Villa, it's really easy to single out angles and kill people as you're clearing a room. So I wouldn't recommend turtling. Still has someone roaming. It's a huge map. There's so much you can do. If you're roaming and you come at the right time, if you're starting to come in, when you say like, hey, they're pushing mudroom, or they're pushing jungle hallway, or they're pushing bathroom window, then you can give them an idea of where they need to flank through. Whereas if you're 5 people on site, yeah, you have 2 people watching the same angle, but then people get bored, and then people are probably going to peek them, and then they're going to die because they're peeking them one by one, and then you lose. If you can't tell, this has happened quite a few times for me. So not a bad call, but just hold position, be better. Yeah, and Bandit is inside and Jaeger is out of sight.
Oh, we still have a main camp entrance cam up. No one peek anything. 5v2. 5v2 is them right there.
Good job that you're just saying to don't peek it. Just stay. Just stop peeking. Most ideal thing you can do.
Fuck.
That's Art Studio.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Oh.
Yep, now he's in piano.
Someone throw an impact? Oh, Ash on ping?
And it looks like one was on main stairs, which was IQ, I should say. Yeah. And she can destroy that, so I would stay on it. But not yet. See, what I would have done is I would have stayed on it. She can destroy it. She's the only one alive that can destroy your camera right now. IQ can detect it, but she can't do anything about it. Rip IQ nades. But I would just stay on this. She's gonna swap over to her gadget, and then you can just shock her while she's destroying it. Like my friend said, I'm going down, so I'm taking you with me. So as you're going down, take her with you. If you taser for, what does that be? Taser for 10 HP or 10 HP or more, you can reduce the time to kill for, would it be yours? I believe 37. No, not yours. Legion's definitely reduce the time to kill for Legion and for Rook. By 1 bullet, by 15 HP if you take out for her. So doing that actually makes winning a gunfight slightly easier. So do that. You tried to do it there, but I think you missed every shot.
I threw her up a little bit, but not really. Wait, don't get him. Don't get him. Alright, nice. That's Ash. That's Ash.
And it looks like you did actually shock her once, at
I have a
least.
maestro finger. It's on finger. Wait, no. It's down. I forgot.
Yeah, forgot that you had the maestro cam. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I forgot that you had it down, and then you remembered that, oh no, it's destroyed.
Nice.
There you go. Not horrible. You guys need to work on your attack coordinating together. You guys are a 5-stack, but you're hardly coordinating at times. Just working on, while you're droning in, drone into sight, figure out where they are. You had 2 drones, use them. You didn't even pull out your second one. That just tells me that you aren't droning enough, is all that it is. Also figuring out where the bomb is. It was on the roof of all things, by the way. So I thought it was all the way in spawn because I thought that they just forgot about it when they picked up Twitch, that she had it or the person that was picking her up had it, and then they just forgot to pick it back up. But no, it was all the way on the roof. So that's poor judgment on whoever did that. So coordinating together more as a team, droning each other in. You were droning people in, but then you would just stop when it mattered most. Like drone them into sight. There's no one in the hallways, so instead of you walking in and holding the angle, drone them into sight so that they can actually. So like here's sight. There's a door to sight. This was pantry or not pantry. It's side room, and then you had kitchen right here and so kitchen right there, and then this was a doorway into dining right here. So IQ was standing in the doorway to mudroom, which is right here, let's say. If you droned her in so she could get into sight, kill the capcan that was to her left, and then go farther into sight and kill the doc that was in sight because Thermite killed him, then or given Thermite the information to kill the doc, then you could have taken sight, and then you would, if you got off your drone, you would just have to sit here and watch the hallway and wait for Jaeger to come back. Droning them in and then stopping and then you coming in just made it easier for people to flank you. It stopped the push and it halted everyone from progressing into the site. You need to keep moving. You constantly need to keep moving on attack. If you stop and wait, you're going to die. They're just going to read into what you're doing and they're going to hold their angle and they're just going to wait for you. You should not sit there and wait for them. You need to initiate it. This idea right here that I put out for you is you forcing your team and their team into an engagement. You didn't do that. Like you just waited for them to peek you, and that's why they were killing you, which they shouldn't have been doing ideally anyway on defense. But they had the advantage to kill you, and you didn't have the information to stop them from doing that. So pushing in and engaging, like engage them instead of just sitting there holding the angle, waiting for them to get impatient and just peek you. That was okay, I guess, for a Villa, but not the best.